All right, thanks, guys. The Celtics take on the Pacers. That's going to be a 1 o'clock Eastern tip-off in Indiana. The Celtics open -1, total 203. Movement toward the Celtics and the over, 2.5 and 204. Once again, the Celtics open 1, up to -2.5, total open 203, up to 204. 65% of the consensus is leaning toward Boston. 58% of the consensus is shaded toward the over. Right now, the Pacers are plus 120 on the money line. Boston leads 3-0 in this series, looking to sweep. They're also 7-1 straight up in their last 8, 6-1 against the number in their last 7. The Celtics have also covered in 5 out of their last 6 on the road. And they're 5-2 against the number, taking on Indiana this season. Now, the Pacers have covered just 9 out of 26 games, taking on teams over 550. They rank 24th in home scoring and 24th in home offensive rebounding. When it comes to total, Boston is 67% to the over at the total. Give me Boston -2.5. Not buying the hook in this one, and the over 204 in that matchup there. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Sunday's NBA and NHL action. We will upload MLB at a later time, either later tonight or Sunday morning. But anyway, a couple shout-outs. Want to give some guys some shout-outs here. Razlo, who is new to betting, welcome to this disgusting world of sports betting. It's going to be pain and agony, and you won't be able to shake it. Brian Natty, what's going on? No One, what's going on? No One. We have Evil Dax, as always. SMC Justin, what's going on? Stephen Lewis, and my man Jerry Watkins. We also have Ralphie Portuando, who I believe is a fellow Paisan by the look of the last name. Could be Portuguese, who knows? Mr. Keat, who always encourages buying the hook. That is Mr. Keat. We also have Full Focus, Norwald Beats, Sean Hughes, who's a hockey fan. Sean Hughes, a big NHL fan. We also have my man Matt May, who has a very, very strong beard game. My man Matt May, killing it in the beard game. Straight to the point, what's going on? We also have the U-Dog, Ulysses Hayes. I like to call him the U-Dog. And then finally, we have my man, Danny J, who's been with me since day one. But anyway, just got to remind you guys real quick to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, at the time of me recording this video right now, it's Saturday afternoon, and we just got done this incredible Nets-Sixers game. Sixers cover the spread. That was my daily best play for Saturday, so that's another daily best play that cashed. We're getting pretty hot right now on Patreon, so you'll definitely want to check me out. Link for that website is in the description section below. That's patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and hop into some more lines of personal leans for Sunday's action. And let's begin with the Warriors taking on the Clippers. 3:30 Eastern tip-off in Los Angeles. The Warriors open -9, total 234.5. We're seeing a half a point fade of the Warriors and movement upward on the total, 8.5 and 235. Once again, the Warriors open -9, down to -8.5. Total open 234.5, up to 235. 71% are leaning Golden State, 66% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Clippers are plus 355 on the money line. Now, the Clippers are 5th in home scoring. They're averaging 118 points per contest in that category there. They also rank 2nd in three-point shooting at 38.1% in that category there as well. Now, Golden State's covered just 16 out of 36 as the official road favorite. They've also covered just 9 out of 26 at the current point spread. They've covered just 2 out of their last 5 as well. And when it comes to the total, Golden State's just 47% to the over when the line was more than 205. The Warriors are also just 46% to the over, taking on teams averaging more than 102 points per contest. I am going to lean toward the home team in this matchup here. Give me the Clippers plus 8.5 and the under 235 in that game. Next matchup, Raptors, Magic, 7 o'clock, Orlando. Toronto open -5, total 206.5. Movement upward on the spread and the total 5.5 and 207. Once again, Toronto open 5 up to -5.5, total open 206.5 up to 207. 55% are leaning Raptors, 57% shaded toward the over. The Magic are +195 on the money line. Orlando's 24th in scoring, 20th in offensive field goal percentage. They are also just 3-7 straight up in their last 10, taking on Toronto if you're into historical trends. The Raptors, 8-2 straight up in their last 10, 70% against the number in those 10 games. They rank 4th in road offensive field goal percentage and 9th in road offensive rebounding. Total-wise, Orlando's 70% to the over in their last 10. Give me the Raptors -5.5, leaving that hook out there once again, and the over 207 in that matchup there. Next and final game for our NBA playoff slate. It is going to be Portland taking on OKC. 9:30 Eastern tip-off at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. OKC open -6, total 223. Just a little bit of movement upward on the total, up to 223.5. Once again, the Thunder opened and remains -6, total open 223, up to 223.5. 53% are leaning Portland, 77% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Blazers are +200 on the money line. Portland is 7-2 straight up in their last 9. I like them in this spot here. Give me Portland +6 in the under 223.5 in that matchup there. All right, let's slide into some National Hockey League action. And just 2 games this Sunday, but they are important ones. And we're going to start with Boston taking on Toronto, 3 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Toronto. The Maple Leafs open -115, total at 6. And since those markets opened this one up, we're seeing a nickel move toward Toronto when it comes to the money line. And we're seeing movement downward on the total as well, down to 5.5. So once again, Toronto open 115 up to -120. Total open 6 down to 5.5. 62% of the consensus is leaning toward the Maple Leafs. 66% of the consensus is shaded toward the under. Right now, Boston's +$1 on the money line. Toronto +240 on the puck line. Tuukka Rask for Boston, Freddie Anderson for Toronto. Toronto leads this series 3-2. The Maple Leafs are averaging 3.5 goals per contest. That puts them 4th in the NHL in that stat there. They also rank 4th in average shots per game at 33.4 shots on average in that category there. So plenty of opportunities for the Maple Leafs this season. Meanwhile, Boston on the other side, they're just 4-17 as the road dog, and they've won just 4 out of their last 10. Now, total-wise, Toronto is 60% to the over at the current posted total. Give me the Maple Leafs closing this one out, -120, and the over 5.5 goals in that matchup there. Next and final game for the show, it is going to be Sharks Golden Knights, 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Las Vegas. The Golden Knights opened as the $1.55 favorite, total at 6.5, and we're seeing a whole bunch of movement in this one. 20-cent move toward the Golden Knights on the money line, and movement downward on the total, down to 6 flat. So once again, the Golden Knights open 155 up to -175. Total open 6.5 down to 6 flat. 69% are leaning Golden Knights, 56% shaded toward the over. Right now, San Jose is +150 on the money line. Vegas +150, laying the goal and a half. Martin Jones for the Sharks. Fleury for the Golden Knights. Vegas is up 3-2. They also rank 3rd in offensive shots, giving themselves plenty of opportunities. They are shooting the puck 34.1 times per contest on average. Once again, that puts them 3rd in the NHL in that category there. 34.1 shots per game they're averaging. They also rank 3rd in goals allowed at home at just 2.4 in that category there. A couple more things to add about Vegas. They're 625 as the official home favorite. They're also 12-6 straight up at the current market price. Meanwhile, on the other side, San Jose ranks 24th in goals allowed on the road at 3.6. And when it comes to the scoring, these teams are 7-2 to the over in their 9 meetings on the year. So with all that said and done, heavy chalk in this one, expensive price, but I'm going to lay it. Give me Vegas Golden Knights -175 and the over 6 in that matchup there. All right, just a quick recap of the picks. In the NHL, we had Toronto minus 120 and the over 5.5. Vegas Golden Knights minus 175 and the over 6 goals in that one. When it comes to NBA, for Sunday, we have Boston minus 2.5 over 204. Clippers plus 8.5 under 235. Toronto minus 5.5 in the over 207. And finally, Portland plus 6 in the under 223.5. All right, folks.